Hello everyone, welcome to Carrie's Crochet and Craft. I have quite a few things to update you on this evening. First of all, it's my birthday. Happy birthday to me. And tomorrow is Travel Crochet's birthday, from what I hear. So if you've never seen any of Travel Crochet's movie videos, head on over. She lives in, I think, Australia and maybe New Zealand. Sorry, I think it's Australia. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Anyway, I've been following some of her videos and I think she's a subscriber of my channel as well. And she was talking in a video last week about how Tuesday was her birthday, or is her birthday. And so mine's today, hers is tomorrow, so we're like birthday buddies. So yeah, head on over there and wish her a happy birthday on her latest video. And tell her that I sent you. So she's really fun to watch. She's got an ongoing saga about the turtle lady, which is kind of fun to listen to. It's frustrating and fun all at the same time because, you know, you get the dish every time. On a lot of her new videos, she'll have the dish about what's going on with the turtle lady. So it's a pretty good story. I mean, it's a frustrating story, but it's kind of fun to listen to. She's kind of come to, hopefully, some kind of solution to help. We'll see. If you want to know what I'm talking about, you should go and watch some of her videos. They'll say something about the turtle lady in her titles, so excuse me. So go watch some of those. So first of all, what should I do first? Let's do this first, mainly because it's a little chilly out here in my hobby room. Fall has definitely come and cold nights are coming. I don't know if you can hear my heater going over there, but I had a sweatshirt on, but I had to take it off, or a hoodie. I had to take it off because I wanted to show you my latest make, and I'll just wear that as I get chilly. So I had seen this pattern. This is a kid's size pattern, and I thought it was so adorable. And they do have directions here for making it adult size, so I thought I'll give it a try. So I started it. And I got the granny squares done and got those all together, and they fit nicely around here. And so I thought that was great, so then I started on the rest of it. And unfortunately, the directions for the rest of it for adult size don't work. I had to take it out, retry, take it out, retry. Several times, and I finally basically had to add length here before you bring it in, because they wanted you to bring it in right after the granny squares, which they say it's supposed to be elbow length, and the squares are about 6 inches, but after the granny squares you're supposed to do a single crochet skipping every other stitch, and so that really brings in the count, right? And so it brings it in so tight that instead of being nice and down here at elbow length, you're up here with the granny squares and it's bringing it in tight here, like, you know, over like this. And so it was really small, it was short and uncomfortable. It was hard to like make sure it's fitted all the way around. And so I finally just said, okay, we're not doing the skip stitches until several rows up. So I did several rows before bringing it in. And even after that, they have you do some more reduction of stitches, decrease, so that as it comes to your neck. And I don't know if my stitch was too tight or whatnot, but by the time I got to here, I couldn't even do like all the decreases that they were saying to do, because by the time I got to where this turtleneck area was, I couldn't even get it over my head. So I had to take that out, and I just had to not do as many decreased rows. And even now the turtleneck is a little tight to get over my head, but it's doable. So let me show you. The one thing I did not do, and I don't know, I just didn't do it, I might still do it, is add that tassel on there. I think it adds a lot to it, but it's still cute without. And I also added another detail to it, because even after extending the length, it still wasn't long enough to suit me. So I'll show you what that is. So here it is. I did this in the last time I did this as a yarn haul from Walmart. This is the Instant Knit Wool Ease Thick and Quick. Of course, I didn't use this part. I just used the rest of it. And this is the color Making Me Blush, and it's just the woolies, 80% acrylic, 19% wool, and 1% polyester. So no front or back at this point. I guess there is kind of where the rounds start. Let me find where that is. There it is. Okay. So you can see it's kind of tight to get over, and it's very fitted around the neck, which is not bad, but I would have liked it to be even a little looser. So there's that, and then you pull it down, and there you go. And as you can see, down at the bottom, I added a scalloped edge. So it was actually a perfect amount of stitches to do the scallop perfectly all the way around. I didn't have any extra stitches to worry about, like I sometimes do. So you can see there, that's what it is like without it, and that's what it's like with. So I really think it adds a little bit of elegance to it. And so now I've got a nice little short cowl. I could even probably handle it being a little longer, but it'll do. It'll do. When I have short sleeves, it's not long enough. When I have long sleeves on, it's fine. But I cannot recall who this is by. It did not print off from the website when I printed the pages off. Okay. Teal and Finch is their Instagram. So here, let me see if I can find it for you. Right down here. Teal and Finch Instagram account. I just thought it was super cute, and that's my text message. Super cute. I just wish it could have translated better to adult sizing. So I was thinking, you know, that'd be something cute to add to my line of things that I make, but it's just too difficult to make it into adult size. I just, you know, I figured it out for myself, but to be able to size it up for other people or size it down, it's just too bothersome for me. I don't want to deal with it. I need things that are just ready to go and don't need tweaking. Well, let me check this real quick. Neither of my two older boys have texted me for my birthday. Well, it is from one of my boys, but it is not about my birthday. Super Mario Odyssey. Oh, new game. Okay. My husband even told them. The game came out today 8 years ago, and this day is also relevant to you. So see, at least he's acknowledging it, that it's a relevant day to me. So here's an image of Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. I think that's supposed to be acknowledgement of my birthday. Oh my goodness. Thank you, son. Oh goodness. Okay. I think I'll mute my phone now so we don't get more of that. I'll respond later. Okay. Okay, so I showed you my make. I have been working on some other things as well. So let me show you that. I have really super exciting news. Super exciting news, and that's going to come more towards the end of the video. So stick around. Super exciting. I'm really excited. Can you tell? I need to find a homonym, not a hominin, a synonym for the word excited. So I quit saying that word and come up with another one. So let me figure out where to start here. Okay, so you know my saga with the Premier yarn. How I started this, and I thought it was one color and it wasn't that color, and I finally got the right color, but then I didn't get the right size yarn. So this is what I had made previously and then ran out of yarn. I have the 4, these are sheep heads. Let me show you the pattern for those of you who need a refresher or who haven't known of this project. So this is a baby blanket from the Crochet Snugglers Easy Blanket for Baby by Make It Martingale. They have several cute baby blankets in here. This one is called Chunky Sheep, and this is going to be for a themed make that I do where everything is fluffy. So I'm going to do clouds, sheep, any other things that are fluffy. So I started this, and I have the 4 white centered ones done. Of course I need to do the heads, but I need to have, I think, 10 more green squares, and I only had enough to do these 4. So I was on the search for more yarn. I finally figured out what it was, and I was waiting for more to come in. While I've been waiting to do the box opening, I took the size 6 yarn that I had ordered thinking it was this yarn. This is actually the size 7 yarn, 7 weight. Well, I took this size 6 yarn and I started a second blanket in a different size weight yarn. Now, the funny thing is the pattern calls for using a size K hook, or for those of you who like to use the numbers, I like to use the letters. So the size K hook is a 10.5 or a 6.5 millimeter, and a size H hook or H8 or a 5 millimeter hook for the, I think it's for the sheep faces. You use the 5 millimeter hook for. And that's actually, so the yarn that they call for the blanket part is a 5 weight, and then for the sheep's head is a 4 weight. So I think I still used a size K 6.5 millimeter for the size 7 weight yarn, and I think so. I hope so, because otherwise I don't remember what size hook I used with this, because I didn't keep a hook with it. So I'm only assuming it's a size K. When I started the blanket with the size 6 yarn, 6 weight yarn, I went with the size of hook that they recommend on the label, which is a size L hook, or, sorry for those of you who don't do the letters, the size L11 or the 8 millimeter. So I'm using a larger hook with a smaller weight yarn, and I've been meaning to do this. I want to do a size comparison here. A 7 weight with a K 6.5 millimeter versus a 6 weight and an L. And it's hard to tell because it's hexagonal, but the one with the smaller yarn looks to be just about the same size, maybe actually even a little bit bigger. So that's interesting. This is obviously a little more dense. There's not very many holes. You know, it's a nice thicker look to it. And this one is a lot more flimsy. You can see the drape is a lot different on those. And you can see, you know, it's got a looser weave. At least I can see through the holes. Yeah, see there in the white, you can kind of see the holes in there. So that's interesting how that turned out. So now that I'm making this one with the smaller yarn, I am trying to calculate. I'm not sure I can finish the blanket with the amount of yarn that I have, so I'm going to need to buy some more of this size weight yarn. Yep. So I'll have 2 blankets when this is done, once I get all the yarn that I need. But I can hopefully now finish this size blanket. And that's because I finally, and it's been sitting by my desk for a while waiting to be opened, but I finally got my order of the yarn for the rest of this blanket. So let's open this up. What took so long really to get it is I was waiting for a sale. It took forever for them to get a sale on this size of yarn. They've had all kinds of other sales, but not for this particular yarn. Oh, come on. Ouch. My thumb. There we go. Looking at this and it looks so much bigger than what I used. Oh, you're kidding me. Are you kidding me? Or is this the smaller yarn? Oh my word. Nope, this is the right. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. What size yarn is this, peoples? The size 6 weight was too small. This is the size 7 weight. Oh my word. And look how thick that is. Size 7 weight, and I don't know what size. I thought this was size 7 because it's not the size 6. Oh my word. Am I ever going to get this blanket finished? I guess I'm making something else with this green. I have 3, 6, 9, 10 skeins. I guess I can make sea turtles. I don't understand what size yarn this is. Because it's obviously sea glass. It's the same color. Is it just... We compare it again with the other size 6 weight yarn. Oh my word. People! 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 I don't get it. So, yeah, this is very obviously a different size yarn. It's like a size 6.5 yarn. This is bigger than that. Since they work out the same using a different size hook, they work out almost the same. The problem is the pattern only calls for 4 white sheep's faces. Four sheep faces. Do you know of any other yarns in Premier that would be this weight and not this one or that one? Are there any other sea glass yarns on there? This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh my word. Okay. Well, I'm still going to have to order more yarn for this one, so that I can finish it in this size at least. Oh my word. Sometimes you just can only laugh. Can only laugh. Ah! Okay. Here I was all excited thinking I could finally finish this yarn, or this blanket. Nope, nope, nope. I think what I might need to do is buy enough yarn to finish this one, and then buy enough to work with this one, just doing the looser, the bigger, like this. Since it's about the same size, it's going to have the same number of stitches that goes across. So they will just have a looser, but see, then they won't be as dense, because this is like a really dense, and then this is not as dense. This is really cushy. This is cushy. This one is nice, but it's not as cushy as this. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. What should I do? Because this 4 is not enough. I've tried putting it together to try to see if I could make like a little blanket, but it's not enough. I need I need more. Somebody suggested doubling this yarn up, but I don't, it just seems like it would still be thicker than what this is, but I suppose I could try it. I don't know, I just think it would have a different look to it, and I'm trying to have like a really professional type of look to these. Okay. I don't like making sea turtles. Fred the Turtle's okay. That's an okay pattern. Somebody tell me some other things I can make with spring green sea glass colored yarn. It's not really my favorite color. And now I have tons of it. Okay, we're gonna move on from this travesty. Oh me, oh my, oh my, oh me. This color is gonna be coming out of my ears. Okay. I have another yarn haul from Dollar Tree. I was there and they didn't have too many more, they didn't have any new chenille colors, but they did have some cotton colors from the Handcrafters, the Crafters Square, and it's all cotton, 100% recycled cotton. So I liked the colors that they had, so I decided to get some. Don't know what I'll make yet, but I've been wanting to use cotton more for making wearables or other things. So I got this cream color. I don't know if these have colors on them or just numbers, or maybe nothing at all to recognize what color it is. So I got 4 of this creamy color. I got 4 in this gray color. 4 in this really pretty, it is not similar to the sea glass. It's not. It's more blue. What would you call this color? Aquamarine? No, I don't know. It's a really pretty blue though. A dusky blue. I don't know what they're going to call it. And then as just kind of that, somebody's knocking at the door, just a minute, just kind of like an accent color, I got this mustard gold, so you can see how well those will look together. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh yes, there we go. You know, I've been wanting to start a gift shop in our big shop out here, because I can never find any non-Saturday events to do. There just aren't very many around here, and even over in Tri-Cities, there just aren't very many. So I was gonna think about opening my own shop here so I could fill it with all the stuff that I make. I may still do that, but something has come up. A few years ago, there was a lady who had a kind of a used clothing shop for toddler or babies on up to 12-year-olds, and then mamas, or maternity items. And it's called Mama and Baby Supply. And she had to close down, and I forget reasons why. It could have been she was just having difficulty staffing it, so that she was having to be there all the time and she couldn't be there all the time, or that was probably some of it. She just maybe had some family issues coming up where she couldn't devote time to that anymore. She's someone that I've kind of been acquainted with over the years, and she has seen my items. She did after she closed the store, she did a pop-up in one of the hotel rooms and put out all the clothes, and she asked for other vendors if they wanted to come as well, and so I volunteered to come. And I ended up having to be late to the event though, and by the time I got there, apparently there had been like customers that had already come and gone, and so there was like maybe 1 or 2 people that came after that. But you know, she's, because of that and other times, she has seen my items. And I remember her saying at one point, "Ah, man, I should have had your items in my store." And I'm like, yeah, you should have. but she didn't have the store anymore. So recently, I have been seeing her posting items in her Facebook page about getting the key to a storefront and cleaning it up and painting it and talking about counters and display items being brought in. And I'm like, huh, cool. That's really exciting. She's opening up a new storefront. And I said, I should ask her. I should talk to her about seeing if she'll take my stuff. I didn't have to. She messaged me and told me that she would like me to have my stuff in her store. So we're gonna do a consignment there and do a decent split. Usually when stores do this, they have like the store wants like 30 or 40% of the sale price, and so she's gonna do those 25 and 75 for me. So it's a really good deal, and I think she might have a section that's just for me. I'm not sure. We're gonna meet actually later this week, and once she figures out, like she says, where she can put my stuff. So I'm gonna have a spot in a consignment store. I'm so excited. Yeah, so I actually need to go through my bins of all the stuff that I have, because I wrote back to her and I said, oh yes, I definitely want to do this. And then I said, well, I have lots of like baby hats and blankets, and I'll have wearables and baby booties and that kind of stuff. And she wrote back and she says, oh, and I definitely want your stuffies too. She says, especially bees and owls. So no, I have some bees made. I see one right there. I did have a couple owls made. I can't remember. I've sold them. I might still have them, but there's some other owl patterns that I want to make too. So I'm going to be busy making stuff to keep a store stocked with my items. I am so excited. I'm not sure how much of my items I can put out, like how much room she'll have. But yeah, I'm going to be making up a whole bunch of little kids stuffs, stuffies, and what is the cozy, or the baby cuddlers, like the flat unstuffed animals. I have several patterns. I almost called them recipes. I have several patterns that I want to do with that, and then I just have a lot of fun little patterns that I want to do. I have some little itty bitty like kitty cat or baby items where the little dolls are that size, and then you have like little blankets to put them in and other little things. Oh, there's so much that I want to make, and now I can make it all. I'm hoping she'll also carry, I have capelets, not ponchos that pull over your head, but capelets that tie. I don't have mine in here. It's in the house. So they're short, excuse me. They're short, actually about this size. But they're open here, and they just tie in the front. So it makes it really easy for putting on and taking off. You don't have to struggle to get it over your head like this. And I love them myself. It's good for working around the house. Like if you're doing dishes, you have this layer of warmth, but it's not getting in your way because it's not long. You don't have to try to keep it on and struggle with wet hands to keep it from slipping off your shoulders like a shawl might. So it's just really nice. You can type at the computer. I've even worn mine underneath a coat as an extra layer, and it works really well. But one thing it would be good for is for a nursing mom who has to get up in the middle of the night to nurse a hungry baby, and so you have this layer of warmth. It's easy to tie on. So I'm hoping that she'll carry those as well, because she does do stuff for maternity and nursing moms. So hopefully we can do that. We'll see what kind of room she has for my items. But anyway, I'll take you guys with me along on this adventure as I sort through the items that I already have and then look through my patterns. If you guys have any suggestions for like popular things, like what do you know, do you sell things at markets that are, what's the popular themes? I've kind of been out of like what's really been popular for selling. I got in on the bee craze and the mushroom guy craze, and a couple other ones, but like the bees aren't selling as well now. So like what's the new trend these days? If any of you have any ideas about that, just let me know so I can kind of jump on the bandwagon with that. I'm so excited. So now I can kind of put off the gift shop here. I do still, like I said, I do still want to do that because, you know, I have soaps and candles that I want to make, and then I'll have like herbs and other things from the farm that I make, and like just package up, like I dry the herbs and I'll package them up to sell. I'm having a hot flash right now and I'm about ready to take this off. Oh my word. Ugh. Another reason to have the tie-on thing is that when you start having a hot flash, it's a lot easier to take off. I love my new cape though, or poncho, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so big news there, and looking forward. It gives me a lot of excitement to look forward to, and to have that, you know, that income coming in without having to do the selling myself. You know, I don't have to go find events that may or may not have enough customers. She still has a customer base even years after closing her other store, because she kind of has done pop-ups, or, you know, listed stuff online like, oh, I have these cute dresses that I found, and so, you know, she's still kind of kept a customer base, and she already has people who have clothes to sell coming to make appointments with her to see if, you know, what they'll take of their items to sell. So yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Anyway, I guess that's all for now. I'm gonna be busy going through patterns, going through my boxes, and I have lots of yarn. I don't need to buy any yarn for a long time, as you guys know. So I'm gonna be trying to use all that up, because I'm trying to be on a mission now to kind of reduce the stuff that I have, because there's no sense to have all of this. Yeah, so I'm gonna be getting rid of some things and hopefully working through a lot of the yarn now that I'll have the shop. So somebody else is visiting me. It's my husband. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodnight for now, and we will see you later when I start going through all my bins. Bye.